Good morning. It's a beautiful sunrise. It's pretty chilly. Slept on concrete pad. Not a great night's sleep. But we're getting ready to head into the Smokies. Okay, so this is the Fontana Dam Bridge. I guess this is the visitor center. But I don't think it's... Lots of people checked yesterday. There wasn't anything open yesterday, but I see cars there. But... There's our AT sign. Say good morning, babe. This is so cool. So we're getting ready to enter the Smokies. Today is March 19th. So happy birthday, Grandma Ida.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday.
So this is the Fontana Dam. Try not to drop my phone. Nice. It's basic. Hang on. And here we go. Finally at the trailhead. So Molly's Ridge is where we're planning to go. And up here, up there somewhere is where we drop our permits. There's the permit box. Faith will give you our permits if you'll go put them in. Okay. Oh, yeah. And we're in the Smokies. First view from up in the Smoky Mountains. There's a reason they call them the Smoky Mountains. So we stopped for a little break. It's just been steady climbing. So we're gonna have to, that's all you're doing. There's really no flat, no down, it's just up. I normally drink a lot of tea. I'd say between my morning caffeinated tea and all my herbal teas, I probably have 8 cups a day at least. And I've actually had very little tea on this trip. And on the way up the hill, I was craving tea. And for some reason, sitting here making this tea reminds me of when me and Uncle Joe, when we lived in the Mission, we used to go out into the bush and we would have a bond, which I don't know how we never started forest fires, but we would have a little fire out in the bush. And there was these types of leaves and we called them tea leaves, and we would make tea out of this bush leaf. I know. Yeah, me, Uncle Joe, and all the Mission kids would be sitting in the bush with a fire, making tea out of leaves, red leaves. We would have little forts built with, out of like the tree branches and like the evergreens, and yeah, it was fun.
Well, yeah. That's normal.
That was normal, yeah. But we'd be making tea. Yeah. There's still a tiny bit of snow up here, but not too much so far. We're still climbing though, so imagine there might be more the higher we go. It's definitely still a cool day today. Even though the sun's out, we're not breaking a sweat on this uphill. Oh, this is gorgeous. Hey, baby. And then look at all this beautiful rock. Yeah, the girl that just passed us there, she's up from Traverse City area, so close to us, almost home. And her name is, I'm going to say it now so we don't forget it, is Lucky Dragon. So I hope to see her again.
I saw her on the banner.
Oh, did you? Okay, yeah, yeah. Nice young girl. So we do have a little bit more snow here. I think I'm assuming we're on the north side. There was a side trail that goes up to the fire tower. Another hiker named Fish and Sticks had come up. And all Newfie and I had planned was getting to the campsite so we can have our lunch, and didn't realize that there was a fire tower. But I think you have to take this other side trail up to it. I'm not going to climb a fire tower, so not right now. So we passed on it. But yeah, Fish and Sticks they're a nice little hiker that has a fish hanging off of a sun hat on their pack, and it's the fish's name is Sticks. I was thinking, I'm like, okay, they have a fish and they have long legs, and that's where the Fish and Sticks comes from. But face it, no, I forgot it was actually the fish's name is Sticks. Yeah, so that was pretty cool. But they went up to the fire tower. I just don't have the energy to go up there. Okay, so we stopped for a little lunch at the one that's just a tent site. They do have, there's a few different tent spots.
7 total.
It says on the sign 7 total. It says on far out there's 4, but it says on the sign here,
7.
yeah, that there's 7. And they want you like eating and cooking in this fire pit area. And the water source is right here. It was a tiny bit of an obstacle course coming over. There was a few big trees down in one spot. It was difficult for me to get over, but I'm glad I did, because we're out of the wind. It's a nice little spot. We're gonna have lunch, and the water is right there, and nice comfortable little seats, log seats at the fire pit. So we just finished our lunch. It's just barely after 2, I think. We're gonna filter some water, and then we're gonna start working our way to Molly's Ridge shelter. So we've got another 5.4-ish to go. So, but this is, we had a good lunch, and had salmon and potatoes. I was hungry, and so hopefully that'll fuel me up to Molly's Ridge. Beep. Yeah. Trees are so cool looking. So glad we get to see it without the leaves on it. Okay, so we have about a 0.6 left heading into Molly's Ridge Shelter. We had, I think we left this morning 8:15, maybe 8:30, I can't remember. But we were saying we really dilly-dallied today. We spent a lot of time on the... No, there was no urgency today out of us at all. We spent a lot of time on the bridge, looking at the dam. We had a tea, I said, had a tea break. We had a long lunch break. We had a few other breaks. We stopped to get water a little over a mile ago because we did hear that this one, there wasn't any recent reports, but they did say that it was a little bit of a trickle. So we thought we want to at least have our supper, water and everything ready so we're not frustrated when we get in. But yeah, we had a nice day. And yeah, we enjoyed our day, and it was our first day in the Smokies, and we both were just saying, like, we feel pretty good. I have a couple of burning toes, but energy wise, I think the lunch helps me. I had mashed potatoes with a little bit of my vegan cheese and chives, and then my salmon with olive oil. And Faith had mashed potatoes and a few other side things. So it was, I think that helps me to be able to push a little bit longer. I think it's 5:30 right now. So we should be getting to camp soon. But we're not hangry. We're not frustrated because we had the fuel to get here and we kind of enjoyed our day. So. But anyway, if there's not like a million people around at the shelter, then I'll video some parts of Molly's Ridge Shelter, and I'll let you know how the water is. There's these tiny little white flowers. They must be like snowdrops. They're everywhere up here because there was snow here. Like there was a lot of snow here, but then there's actually snow still right there. And these little flowers are popping up. They're so pretty.